Everyone wants to win. That's the truth we often don't even question. From a very young age, we're taught to chase first place, to stand on the podium, to collect the medals, to hear the claps, to become someone who made it. The idea of victory is stitched into the fabric of our goals, whether it's about grades, games, careers, or even relationships. We want the win. We're addicted to the sparkle of success. But here's a question we often forget to ask you. What happens after you win? And a harder one still. What happens when you lose? Chapter 1. The seduction of victory. Victory is intoxicating. It validates effort, affirms identity, and provides a momentary sense of immortality. When you win, whether it's a race, a contract, a promotion, or even a debate, something lights up inside you. The world claps. And for a while, you believe that you're exactly where you need to be. People admire winners. Our society rewards them. They get the headlines, the fame, the money, the followers. They become the face of how things should be done. But there's a silent problem hiding beneath all this glitter. Winning can make you blind. When you're always focused on winning, you begin to believe that success is the only thing that matters. You start measuring your self-worth by outcomes rather than intentions, by applause rather than alignment, and by results rather than growth. You fear slowing down. You fear falling behind. You fear being seen as less than excellent. In other words, you become terrified of losing. And when you fear losing, something important inside you begins to shrink. Chapter 2. The quiet gifts of losing. Nobody wants to lose. Failure feels like rejection. It's embarrassing, sometimes even shameful. It's the moment your confidence cracks, your plans fall apart, your image blurs. But here's the strange truth life keeps whispering to those who dare to listen. Losing isn't the end. Sometimes it's the beginning. Think about the greatest lessons you've learned. Really think. Were they born out of your victories? Or were they forged in the fire of failure? Losing forces humility. It makes you reflect. It invites you to ask questions like, why didn't this work? What did I miss work? What did I miss? What can I do differently next time? Losing shatters illusions and shows you what's real. It humbles your ego and strengthens your soul. And perhaps most importantly, losing teaches you empathy. It softens your judgment. It opens your heart. When you've truly lost, you stop mocking those who fall, because now you understand. Chapter 3. The illusion of control. Winning makes you feel in control. Winning makes you feel in control. Losing reminds you that you're not. This isn't meant to discourage ambition, not at all. Ambition is a beautiful fire, and there's nothing wrong with chasing excellence. But somewhere along the way, we must realize that outcomes aren't always within our grasp. You can prepare perfectly, show up fully, and still lose. Control is not the same as mastery. You can master your craft and still not win. The market might shift. The rules might change. The audience might not clap. And none of that is always your fault. So where does that leave us? It leaves us here. Your deepest power is not in controlling what happens. It's in how you respond when things don't go your way. Chapter 4. Real strength is inner strength. The world may praise your wins, but only you know how you earn them. And more importantly, only you know what you learn from your losses. Real strength isn't loud. It isn't always confident. Sometimes real strength is the quiet decision to keep going, even after your heart is broken. It's the courage to show up again, even when you're afraid. It's the wisdom to let go of what's no longer working, and the grace to admit you were wrong. Winning builds your image, but losing shapes your character. Chapter 5. A tale of two runners. Let me tell you a story. Two runners, equally skilled, stood at the starting line of a championship race. Both had trained for years. Both had sacrificed sleep, comfort, and time. Both wanted to win, badly. The race began. One of them surged ahead quickly, and the crowd roared. The other stumbled early, fell, scraped his knee. Blood trickled down his leg. The race was lost for him, but he stood up anyway. He limped forward. He crossed the finish line, and last, the first runner won. He got the medal, the interview, the celebration. His picture appeared in newspapers. His name trended on social media. The second runner went home in silence. No one noticed him. No one praised him. No one praised him. No one praised him. But years later, he became a coach. He taught young athletes not only how to run, but why. He knew how it felt to fall. He understood defeat. His advice wasn't just theory. It was truth born of pain and courage. The first runner? He won a few more races, and then disappeared. So let me ask you, which one would you rather become? Chapter 6. When life doesn't applaud. Most of life happens without applause. Most of life happens without applause. You won't get a trophy for showing up when you're depressed. No one claps when you forgive someone who hurt you deeply. There are no medals for choosing patience over anger, love over pride, or peace over revenge. But these silent, invisible choices are the real wins. They shape who you are when no one is watching. And in the end, they're the kind of victories that last. Chapter 7. The balance between both. This isn't a sermon against winning. Let's be clear. Winning is powerful. It's a reward for discipline, strategy, and effort. It inspires others. It builds confidence. It moves history forward. But the obsession with only winning, that's a trap. It leads to burnout, comparison, emptiness. The secret is this. Don't just chase the win. Stay open to the loss. Learn from both. Let your victories sharpen your confidence. Let your victories sharpen your confidence. Let your failures deepen your wisdom. Because if you only win, you might become impressive. But if you learn to lose well, you'll become whole. Maybe it's time we redefine success. Not as the person who climbed the highest mountain, but as the one who dared to climb it all. Not as the one who never failed, but the one who refused to give up. Here's a radical idea, but the one who refused to give up. Here's a radical idea. Success is not in beating others. It's in becoming yourself. It's in becoming yourself. It's when you do the right thing, even when it's hard. It's when you grow into a version of yourself that you respect. Not just the one others applaud. So now I ask you again, do you chase the win or learn from the loss? The truth is you don't have to choose. You can do both. Run toward excellence with all your heart. But if you stumble, if you fall, if you fail, don't despair. That's part of the journey too. Winning may take you far, but losing, if you let it, will take you deep. And in the depth, you may just find something more valuable than any gold medal.